Hey guys, it's Fire here with a 3-minute guide on Sivir. Now Sivir's not played that much at the moment, but she's definitely still viable in certain situations. She's a really strong lane phase and also excels against low health teams because of the insane damage on her Q. She does fulfill more of a utility role similar to Miss Fortune with her ultimate. This is because she has the lowest attack range out of any AD carry, so can't output as much damage as other ADs in team fights, but her ultimate synergizes with a lot of champions really well and so can boost your overall team fight potential. For Masteries I run 21-6-3 on Sivir. Now this is because your main damage source in lane is going to be your Q and you need to make sure you have the mana to keep using that and keep trading. For runes I run flat AD marks, armor seals, flat MR blues or magic resist per level, and then 2 life steal and 1 AD. The 2 life steal allow you to sustain in lane, and the AD allows you to last hit under turret. Now because Sivir scales so well with AD, you can also run 3 AD quints here and that would work just as well. So you want to max your Q, W and then E, taking a point in your ultimate whenever available. This is because your Q and W are your 2 damage sources and that will allow you to bully your opponents early to mid game. So the item build you want to go on Sivir is going to depend on the enemy's team composition. To start with, you always want to buy a Doran's Blade because it's the most effective start for any AD. It gives you the health, AD and also life steal, which is going to allow you to trade better. Now because Sivir's Q scales with AD so well, you want to buy a BF sword as soon as possible and that gives you a massive power spike in lane. After that is where you make your decision based on the team composition. So you can either go for a Bloodthirster if the enemy team is quite low health, or you can go for an Infinity Edge if they've got a lot of tanks. Now to put this simply, this is because Bloodthirster gives you a lot more burst potential on your abilities, but the Infinity Edge gives you the crit to handle high health targets. When taking the Bloodthirster route, you want to buy a Zeal, then Last Whisper, finish that Zeal into a Phantom Dancer and then build an Infinity Edge. This will give you the most damage on your abilities and allow you to burst squishy targets. If you're building Infinity Edge, then you want to get a Phantom Dancer next, Last Whisper and then a Bloodthirster. Phantom Dancer gives you a lot of crit chance, so it synergizes with Infinity Edge really well, and that's why you're going to buy it second. Because Sivir has such a low attack range, defensive items you either want a quick Silver Sash for hard crowd control, or just a Warmogs to make you more tanky. Sivir actually has a really strong lane phase, but it depends on her use of her Boomerang and her Spell Shield as to whether she'll win the lane or not. This means that you actually need quite good mechanics to play Sivir effectively in lane. So for every target that your Boomerang hits, it does 20% reduced damage down to 40%. That means that if you fire it through a minion wave and the enemy AD is at the back, you're only going to be doing 40% damage to her instead of the 100%. This means that whenever possible you want to hit the enemy AD first. Try and get your support to lock them down when they're outside of minions. If you can make sure that they get hit by the first Boomerang and then they'll return as well without hitting any minions, you're going to do maximum damage. Now Sivir's Spell Shield will block any CC and also abilities like Graves' Q. The best way to make sure that you use this in time is going to predict when the enemy is going to use it. If you see a Blitzcrank walking towards you, you can then predict to use your E. Use it as he's casting his Q and you're going to stand much higher chance of actually blocking it rather than if you're not expecting it. Finally in teamfights, Sivir has good AoE damage with her Q, so you should try and aim it across the entire team if possible. You can either use Sivir's ultimate as an initiation to catch people up, or you can use it when the fight actually starts. Try and be around as many people on your team as possible so they all benefit from the attack speed aura. So that's Sivir in a nutshell guys, and thanks for watching. Now please put in the comments below which AD you'd like to see next. I do have a rough idea of which champions I'm going to do from the previous videos, but from the response I get on this video I'll then choose the order in which I release them. So as always, if you enjoyed this video please do like and subscribe, go like my Facebook, follow me on Nook, and I'll catch you next time.